Hi, I'm Pearl, and I realized I have never introduced myself or what I do in these videos, so I'm going to do that now. I'm Pearl. I make a lot of art throughout the month because it's honestly the only thing I do. And then I recap at the end of the month with videos to show you what I've done. And we've seen journeys. We've seen me go through oil pastels and trying to make my art nicer and things like that. I didn't do a February recap, oops. And so this will be February's and March's together. First things first, I bought a printer, or I didn't buy a printer. EpiPen has had a lot of lawsuits lately. Not lately, just like since they overcharged. They overcharged and have had lawsuits because of it. And you get settle money if you apply for these lawsuits. So that's what I did. And with the settlement money, I bought a printer. I bought a Canon. I couldn't tell you what it is. I will show what it is. But it's like a Canon. I really love it. My mom has like an Epson printer downstairs that takes ink cartridges and like literally like two pictures, colored pictures, and that it would be done. Mine is a mega tank. Isn't that cool? So I can print as much as I want. So with this printer, I decided, you know what? I have a lot of little like drawings with oil pastels and stuff, and I want to make stickers. So I bought basic sticker supplies, and then I've just printed them out, laminated them, and cut them out. And I put them all in this neat little binder. These are coin slots. These are like coin slot pages, and I just put my little stickers in there. Isn't that so adorable and good? So these three are oil pastels. I actually kind of want to make prints of this one. It has like a yellow background. It looks nice. But this is a painting I did for my sister, and back in like October or something, and it was really big. And I did it like I had like 2 weeks to finish it because I was 2 weeks. I was over there for 2 weeks, and I did stuff in the first couple days, and then didn't touch it for like most of the 2 weeks. And then the last couple days, I was like, I gotta do this. So there's that painting. I never like posted in my recaps, but I did it. This is my little guy. This guy, he's my little guy. He is based off a like simplistic drawing of hallucinations, because this is how my hallucinations if they were cute, they would look like this. They don't look like that, but this like it's symbolizing them. And then this is Peeps. I had some Peeps recently. They're so good. Like some people don't like Peeps, and I don't know. I just love sugar, so it's gonna be me. Really, it's full circle because now with my fish allergy, I got settlement money from my EpiPen, and I bought a printer with that settlement money to print fish stickers. Circle of something. Okay, next one. This is oil pastel. It's figs, and I think it's California poppies. I could be totally wrong about that. Usually I do a simple complementary colors, which if you don't know is just taking, so you got the color wheel right, and then you just go whoop across from each other. That's complementary colors, just like right across from each other. Um, so I usually do that because it's easy and it's simple, and I don't have to worry about a lot of things when it comes to like thinking about color palette. But I decided to be a little spicy and use a triadic. It's basically triadic. Um, it's like an isosceles triangle for color palette if you look on the wheel, because it's purple, blue, green, and orange. So it's basically it, guys. Um, and I think where I really failed with this one is making the value of the background, the blue and the green leaves, very similar, because um look at tip look take your art and stand really far back from it and kind of squint, or just like squint at your art. Look, like take just look back from it, and if you can't see elements of your art that you want people to see, then there's something wrong. You need to change something. So what I should have done is done a darker, more desaturated blue for the background. because that would make the orange and green pop. But I also just don't like how the like figs are, because it's like it's just kind of random. Some people prefer their like paintings to look more like photos. I don't really prefer that. I don't want my paintings to look like photos bashed together, which is usually what my paintings are. They're just like a lot of photos just bashed onto each other. But I want to make them look cohesive, like a painting. And I'm not saying like I'm not throwing shade to anyone who likes photo bash kind of paintings. No hate to them, but I don't want my paintings to look like that. This isn't painting. This is drawing. I don't know why I'm saying painting. I always paint, so the only thing I kind of like about this is for the seeds, I used a palette knife and soft oil pastel, and I like took a little nuggets of the oil pastel and put them onto the paper to make the seeds, but I didn't use a bright enough yellow, so you really can't even tell I did that. Overall, this picture was a fail, and honestly, all of the oil pastels that I did this in February were fails. I finished the star of my last video, which was this dude. I added some texture to the background because I didn't want it just to look. I'm just kind of insecure about leaving space in my paintings, because especially on a big canvas like that, I didn't want to leave so much space. I know it's like it's very like a kind of statement when you leave that much space, like untextured. I don't know how to explain this. When you leave that much stuff like free on a canvas, it makes a big statement on a piece, because that was 3 feet by 4 feet. But also, I don't want to waste the canvas. It's not wasting it. I don't know how to explain this. I just wanted added texture because I felt bad if I didn't add texture, because I felt like I wasn't using the full canvas. I would really like I really really like this painting, and I think I would sell him, but I feel like I would sell him for a ridiculous amount because I love him, and I don't he is taking up a lot of room in my sister's closet. That's where he lives now. But like I just want him to get out in the world. I Okay. This oil pastel is supposed to be me. You could tell it doesn't look like me. It's supposed to be me. It's based off this photo that I took in psychosis, and I did my makeup. I took it in the dark. It's kind of freaky, and the proportions are so off. The form and the actual like oil pastel like techniques that I did looks good. The proportions are so bad, it makes this whole photo look bad. And also, I just like made this cheek part a little too dark, and so it kind of makes me look like an old woman. Which love old women, but like I'm not an old woman, so I don't know. I was really tired in February. January and February, I was just really tired. Idiopathic hypersomnia was beating my ass. And I was just, I don't know what was going on. It's so fucked. I started doing stained glass. So my grandma used to do stained glass, and I was like interested because I said if I was rich, one of the uh um one of the hobbies I would have is doing stained glass, because stained glass costs like actual stained glass sheets cost like $32 for like a stained glass piece. That's crazy. So I asked my grandma for old stuff because she doesn't do it anymore, and I was like having fun, like the breaking the glass, it's great. Um, grinding glass, it's great. Putting the copper wire kind of sucks. It's fine. And then soldering. So this is where I gave up. So I put the flux on it. I'm getting ready to solder, and the soldering iron that my grandma got doesn't work, and the soldering iron my dad has doesn't work. And so I bought a new soldering iron. It doesn't work. And I don't think it's the soldering iron fault. I think it's because my soldering iron. So I do this in the garage because I'm not going to solder something in the house with flux because I have animals and people. Um, so I do it out in the garage, but there's no direct outlet I can plug into. Everything's attached to like a power cord. Um, and like a I don't know what an extender. So I think that's making it not get hot enough. And I don't know, but like this whole thing, like it was too much for me, and I kind of gave up a little bit. I'll probably get back into it, but I haven't since, and it's I don't know. I just need that push to, but I don't know. I hate soldering. It's so hard, and it looks like the stained glass that I'm doing right now. It just kind of looks like trash because I can't solder anything. I made this beautiful painting. As you can see, uh, I I censored his face. Mostly, it's not like overly graphic, I would say. I feel like I've made a lot more graphic art, but I feel like it could just be too much. This, oh, I forgot to censor his painter. Oopsies. Um, it's a semi-abstract piece, but it also deals with like death and nudity and like gore. So I didn't want to be like, I don't know. I don't want YouTube to take down my videos. That would be so sad. But I will probably post this on my Instagram. The reason why I haven't yet, even though it's technically like done, is because I'm just not confident in the face area, which is the area you can't see, so you can't tell me anything. But I used to have like a, I don't know, I muted the color down in the face just to make it like it popped too much and it looked unrealistic and cartoony. But now I think it looks better, but it also just doesn't have the same like wow factor that it had. Um, I really like this piece. It was like first time doing this like kind of art style. I love it. It's amazing. I done another piece since then. I'll show you in the next video. But earlier this year and last year, I was trying to make a lot of pretty art, pretty nice art for me to sell. We have in this town I live in like a conservative, not conservative, yeah, conservative, like red town, and I think 75% of the people in here voted for Trump. Um, and I was just trying to make art that could appease a predominantly conservative town. Um, but this isn't the art that I wanted to make, and honestly, I think it's some of my worst work. I will probably be selling it because I don't like it. It's not me. I was just trying to make this art to put my foot in a small art community here. Because when your art is scary and I don't know, it's graphic and it's filled with dark themes, that doesn't really do well in a town that's super religious and hates anything that's not, their thing. And so that was just hard to make something that's scary and a lot of like darker themes to an audience that's not about that. I realized that I could make something really nice and beautiful, but it doesn't creatively fulfill me at all. And I learned that wow, I really hate doing that art. Every time I would have to do that art, I'd be like, wow, this is a fucking chore. So I've started going back into my older stuff, my old scary stuff. I've tried a new style, but I really just like I'm really excited about like getting back into my old scary stuff that I like doing. Even though it doesn't really sell here or people don't really like it and it can't be put out for people to see. Learning to be your authentic self in art is really worth it. If you're making art you hate, there is this one video, I forgot her name, but she made this video and it's like the caption was like the art you make in secret was the art you're born to make. And I've been making a lot of like scary drawings in my sketchbooks and stuff, but I've just not painted them. And I'm like, wow, that's beautiful. I need to start doing that. So I did. We're learning to be our authentic selves on the Pearl channel, on the past channel. Isn't that beautiful? I made an oil pastel. Okay, now I made another oil pastel. It's an owl, and not to be offensive, but does the first try of this owl, kind of look like Charlie Kirk? Don't like I'm serious. Does it? Cuz it does to me. Anyways, this is the other version I made. It's an oil pastel. It's like 11 by 14, I think. I sold it in the first couple hours that I posted it. That's cool. It's in a good home now. I really don't have much to say about this. I really like the moon. I think the owl is kind of lacking, and I feel like the background could have been darker. Um, it's nice, but I don't know. It's I like a lot more. I like painting, like doing oil pastel doves. They're really enjoyable. And owls are kind of like they're hard to get that face because if you don't get that face, it looks off, just like a human. If you can't do the proportions right on a human, it just looks off and just not real. Same with an owl. Okay, that's it. That's my art. Come back next month, guys. Be honest. And was I upbeat this one? I was trying to be. I was noticing in my like. I refilmed this one. I refilmed this video, and then I was like, wow, I'm really just like I don't I don't know how to explain it. I just there's a lot of like I feel like I'm not expressing a lot of emotion. So I've decided hopefully this one I can tell you that I'm expressing more emotion and I am passionate about my art, things like that, but like oh, it's I don't know guys. Was I more upbeat? Was it more entertaining to watch? I also don't I if you can't tell, I don't really like edit I hopefully will edit this more. But like I don't really like over editing my videos because it kind of makes me like overstimulated. Like when I watch people's videos and it's like Mr. Beast levels of editing, I'm like, holy shit, I can't fucking watch this. It just like I love like I love like live streaming VODs because it's very chill. There's no like editing or anything. It's like I don't know. It's just hopefully I'm more upbeat. Hopefully this is edited a little more. That's all I have to say. I made a lot of art already, and it's only April 9th, and I'm excited for that. Okay, bye. Bye.